Hey, everybody. Hello, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Soulful Abundance Business Training. I'm Chris Williams. I'm super excited to have you here. If you are live, let me know. Comment in the chat, please. #live. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and pop in #replay. I promise you, I will circle back around, answer all of your questions, anything that you pop in the comments. And for those of you that want to meet me live inside of my Zoom room, go ahead and click on the link that I posted in the Facebook group. It should be at the top of the page. And you can come see and chat, and we can kind of like be in the same room together. So I'm super excited to be here with you guys. I'm going to be sharing with you how to create your golden hour for 10K months. This is such an incredible practice because actually, let me go ahead and press record here. Awesome. So welcome to How to Create Your Golden Hour for 10K Months. This is a huge practice because when we are really clear, when we're really focused on what are the needle movers to bringing income into our business, and we do that at the very, very beginning of our day, something that I like to call the golden hour, it creates so much clarity, so much more confidence, so much momentum in your business. And I'm really excited to share this with you. By the way, this is something that I typically only share with my clients that are inside of Activate Abundance Academy. This is my signature program where I help wellness coaches, holistic health practitioners create six-figure businesses. So I am going to hop over here to my notes so I can make sure that I don't miss anything with you guys today. And again, if you have any questions at all, either go ahead and pop in live, and I'm happy to answer your questions live, or pop them in the comments. And after the training, I will circle back around inside of the Facebook group and answer your questions. For those of you that are watching this on YouTube, I would love to have you come join me inside of my Facebook group. It is Build a Six-Figure Business for Conscious Coaches and Holistic Practitioners. Would love to have you join me. Every Monday at 4 o'clock Eastern, I go live. I do a soulfully abundant business training so that you can learn how to create a heart-centered business in a way that feels really good and aligned instead of having to resort to any of those trendy tactics or aggressive sales tactics or bro marketing that just don't feel good to you. So, all right, let's dive in. Your golden hour. Why do we even need a golden hour? Because rituals are what allows us to do things on repeat without having to use all of this brain power, right? Like our brains are so incredibly powerful. But what tends to happen when we're building and growing a business are a couple things. Number one, we either overthink things, right? And then we're like, I don't know, should I do this? Should I do that? When should I do it? How should I do it? How often should I do it? Right? Ever been there? I know when I was building my business, it was like, I'm not really sure what I should be doing. What shouldn't I be doing? What are the things that make the most impact? When we have clarity, when we have confidence, when we have a ritual that we get to put on repeat, that is what is going to allow us to create an amazing business without having to strive, without having to hustle, without having any problems to, have our brain go into this, what I like to call decision fatigue, which just, gosh, it just takes so much longer for us to build and grow our business when we're in decision fatigue, right? So when you have a ritual, when you have something that you know that you're going to focus on, then you can be clear, you can be confident, your energy can be high, and you get to start getting your business working like a well-oiled machine. And that is just so incredibly powerful. So we need a golden hour because it's going to allow us to stay on track. It's going to allow us to stay in momentum so that we're spending the time that we need to spend on the most important things in our business. So the way that we want to set up our golden hour is thinking about block scheduling, right? Many of you may have heard about block scheduling. Here's what block scheduling it is. You're actually putting things together in like activities. So when you're focusing on your business, on your golden hour, you're going to focus on some very specific things every single day, Monday through Friday. And I'm going to share with you what those are. And you're going to do those every single time during your golden hour. So it gets to be on repeat. It gets to be something that you know what to do. You start honing it, you start mastering it, you start building confidence with it. And so you can feel really good that you are putting your time and energy and intention on the right things that are actually moving your business forward. And when you schedule like tasks together, then you're actually getting more done in less time. Because when we have like working on your business and creating content and then hopping on a client call and then reaching out for a connection call, like all of these things are very, very different. And so you want to have time where you work on your business, and you want to have time when you're working in your business. You want to have time when you're working with your clients and you are forward facing, working with your clients. You want to have all of that blocked together. So for me, on Mondays today, I do my live training with you, and it's an admin day for me. So everything that has to do with admin, if I'm meeting with my VA, if I'm meeting with my online business manager, if I have any other types of meetings that I need to have, anything that falls under the admin category happens on Mondays. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, I have my golden hour mapped out. But then the rest of the day is forward facing with my clients. It might be running Activate Abundance. It might be teaching the Cash Flow Accelerator. It might be teaching six-figure foundations. It might be meeting with one-on-one clients or meeting with people who have their strategy calls with me. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are where I am forward focusing with my clients, which means all of my energy outside of my golden hour is going to go there. And then Fridays are either half days for me, or they're days where I dive into my finances, or I get what needs to be gotten and forwarded over to my bookkeeper, or I'm diving in to take a look at KPIs, which are key specific measurements that I take a look at in my business. So I know that I've got all of these things that are like activities booked and scheduled together in blocks of time so that you can use your time really efficiently. So Monday through Friday, the first hour of your workday, and we really want to be have this be the first hour that we're at our desk. So it really doesn't matter if it's in the morning, afternoon, or evening. It all depends on you and your schedule. For me, my first hour at my desk starts at 10 a.m. And so I make sure that I focus on 3 specific practices. First is dialing in and making sure that I am spending time in my daily alignment practice. What is that? That means energetically, I am intentionally and consciously choosing the state of being that I want to be in. Because if I'm in a state of being of hustle or stress or got to get a client or got to make things happen, or, oh my gosh, I've got too much to do and I'm overwhelmed, that's actually a state of being. And that creates a feeling inside of my body that is either going to have me take action, react to things, or actually freeze and not do anything at all, right? And I think we've all been there when we are overcomplicating things, when it feels stressful, when we feel out of alignment with abundance, we have this contracted feeling in our body. So the first 15 minutes that I'm there, I am consciously and intentionally choosing, okay, what state of being do I want to be in today? What would feel abundant today? And that's my home base energy. That is where I'm like, you know what would feel really good to me would be, who do I get to serve today? Or how could I be generous today? Or how could I be in the energy of relaxed confidence? And when I'm really clear on that, and I'm intentional about saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to be in a state of being that I can visualize that feels really good. It feels like I'm in the flow. I'm relaxed. I'm confident. And that just feels amazing, right? So once I'm there, then I get to decide for the next 30 minutes, kind of what are the 3 main things that I want to focus on. And this is what I call the Ready Yes Client Attraction Method. And there's 3 things that you want to focus on every single day in your business in your golden hour. And after you're choosing the state of being that you're in, from that state of being, from that place of either relaxed confidence or joy or generosity, then we get to take a look at how are we attracting clients into our ecosystem? How are we nurturing people that are in our audience? And how are we inviting people to work with us? Are we doing those 3 things? Those are needle movers in your business. If you are missing any one of those, you're actually not going to be able to create income in your business, because that is the basic of all basics. Getting in front of people, sharing with them how you can help them, how you can support them, right? That is attracting people into your ecosystem, nurturing those relationships, which is once people come into your world, how are you just being a real person? How are you connecting with them? Do you have a Facebook group that you can bring them to so that you can share and give more value? Are you messaging them or just connecting with them to say, hey, how are you doing today? What are you doing to nurture your audience? Are you doing a live like I'm doing today? This is one way where I get to go live and I get to give value, because clients are created on the energy of generosity. Clients are created on the frequency of generosity and giving value. And so one thing that I know is that the more I serve, the more generous I am, the more value I give out in the world, the more it comes back to me, right? The more it comes back to me. It might not come back exactly from somebody reaching out to me from this live, but it will absolutely come back to me in some way, shape, or form. So how am I attracting people to come and join my mission on helping women build amazing six-figure businesses, feeling like they are impacting others without trading their well-being or their integrity for success? How am I nurturing those relationships? So those of you that are here in my Facebook group, you just might get a message from me saying, hey, how are you today? Or, hey, welcome to the Facebook group. I'm so glad to have you here. Is there anything that you're looking for so I can point you in the right direction? Or it might be, hey, we've got this masterclass coming up. Just wanted to let you know so that you can join and you can learn. And then the third thing that we need to be doing is inviting people to work with us. And I shared a post today in Facebook, and it said, hey, if you're a coach and a healer, if you build it, they will come is actually BS. People want to be invited. And that's really, really true. People want to be invited. Just saying that you're a health coach, just saying that you are a holistic health practitioner does not work to build and grow your business. People need invitations to work with you. They need to see you. They need to know that you can help them, and they need to be invited to take the natural next step with you. If you're not doing that, then you're not making income in your business. Okay. And there's also a right time to do that too. So I'm not talking about taking a stranger who you don't have a relationship with, who knows nothing about you, and trying to turn them into a buyer. Notice that the order that I gave you here was attract people into your ecosystem, nurture them, and then invite them to work with you. We're not going into the messenger and spamming people or using these crazy tactics, bright, shiny tactics that actually don't stand the test of time. What stands the test of time is being a real person, being visible and sharing how you can help people, and inviting people to work with you. It really doesn't need to be any more complicated than that, but we tend to overcomplicate it. And when we do things on repeat, when we attract, when we nurture, when we invite people to work with us on repeat, then we start building traction in our business. And I teach this inside of Activate Abundance Academy. So this is something that we get, the whole system going like a well-oiled machine, so that you're making that consistent income, so that you're serving the clients that you're meant to serve, and you have a system that you get to put on repeat, right? I know I keep talking about systems, but systems are so important. Systems mean that you are really clear and you have a set of steps that you can go through. And that, again, is actually what I teach inside of Activate Abundance. I teach the alignment component, which is energetically aligning first to the state of being that we are in. We get to be the empowered six-figure, seven-figure coach that you want to be, right? We get to intentionally choose the energy that allows us to feel abundant and calm and confident and relaxed and joyful, right? And then, and only then, do we take the inspired actions. And we want them to be inspired actions. We want them to be actions that we get to do because we like to do them, because it impacts the lives of other people. Right? And that is why we're here as health coaches, as wellness coaches. We are here to help others. And so we get to, again, use what I like to call is pull marketing, attraction marketing, so people get to come into your ecosystem so that you can serve them very powerfully. You can help them create ahas or epiphanies or light bulb moments. You get to nurture those relationships so that you can help people. And then if they want your help implementing, then you can invite them to take the natural next step. But you don't need to try to take a stranger who's just come into your world and just try to, give them a free coaching call to book them into, your 90-day XYZ program. There has to be this nurture piece that is in the middle, right? So let's jump back to the golden hour. I know I went off track a little bit, but I felt it was really, really important to explain that these are the needle movers, your attraction, your nurturing, your inviting. So then you get to take a look at, what are you declaring, right? What do you want to call in? What are your desires? Do you want to connect with a few people? Do you want to invite somebody to join your Facebook group? Do you want to just be a real person and reach out to somebody who has responded to one of your Facebook posts? So here's the thing that we get to do in the Ready Yes Client Attraction Method. And this really is a simple marketing. And I know marketing can be a word that doesn't feel good because it sounds like you've got to be somebody other than you are, but you're not. Like, your marketing is simply allowing you to do the job of being visible so that the people that you were meant to serve, the people that you were meant to help, can find you and see you. And so it's really, really not difficult. And here's what I share with my clients. Reach out to 5 new connections. 5 new people today. Just say hello. And if they're in your Facebook group, if you're somebody who has a Facebook group, reach out to them to say, hey, how are you? How are you doing? Would love to connect with you. Would love to just see where you are. I'm so glad that you're here in my group. Or create a post, something that is going to allow you to grab somebody's attention. Hey, are you a busy mom that would like my XYZ freebie to open up, an extra half an hour a day just for yourself, right? There has to be something that is attractive to your ideal client so that they can raise their hand and say, yes, I want that thing. So how can you do that and then reach out to connect, just to connect? Then I follow up with 3 people, just 3. Think about it. If you were to follow up with just 3 people a day, over the course of 30 days, we're looking at 99 people that you would have connected with. What is predictable to happen if you connect with 99 people a month? Holy cow. Maybe that's just following up and saying, hey, here's your freebie. Thank you so much for wanting it. Let me know if this was helpful to you. Or, hey, would you like to come join my Facebook group? Right? Or if they have more questions, you can just say, yeah, I would love to help you with more questions. Let's hop on a quick clarity call, and I will see if there's something that I have in my wheelhouse that I might be able to support you with. And then the last thing is to create a Facebook post. And look, I love Facebook, you guys. That's why I'm here. Facebook allows you, for no money at all, to be visible to people who most need your support. It allows you to share value. It allows you to share content, and it allows you to do that and help your client self-identify. So if you're not being visible here, then I'm going to invite you to even just create one post. What is something that you could share with people that would help them move the needle forward? It could be a tip. It could be an aha. It could be a freebie. It could be a checklist. It could be a template. It could be just something that's on your mind. But do something to start creating visibility, because if you're not visible, people can't find you. If you're not visible, you're not attracting people into your ecosystem. Okay. And if you really want to create engagement, here's something really fun that I like to do. In the morning, create something really, really easy, like an easy question, like, would you like to spend a vacation at the beach or the mountains? What would be your most favorite place to travel to if you could travel anywhere in the world, right? These are really simple, easy questions that people don't have to think long about. They don't have to worry that they're going to get pitched to buy something, right? It's just really, really easy. And when you do that, and when you share that, then people are going to start commenting, which means that more people are actually going to see you. And here's an extra ninja tip. The people that are commenting on that post, go to their Facebook profile and start interacting with them. Like, just, comment on something that's on their profile too. Like, wow, that Easter dress was really beautiful. Or, hey, those flowers are gorgeous. Or, wow, I really love your shirt. Where'd you get it? Something where you are just being a real person. Again, this is not cold spamming people in the DMs. giving them a link to buy your XYZ thing or giving them a link to join your thing without a relationship. This is how we start to create relationships. So if you really want to create engagement, do that in the morning. And then once you have more eyeballs, more people that are seeing it, because more people are going to comment, which means Facebook is going to start showing it to more people. Then you could make a post, like an educational post around something, like if you're a nutritional therapy practitioner, maybe you want to share, an easy meal to get on the table in 20 minutes or less, right? Or maybe you want to share, your top tip for increasing your metabolism, or your top way to reduce stress in 2 minutes or under, right? These are things that are going to be attractive to your ideal client. So that second post in the afternoon is going to be something that is attractive only to your ideal client. And then when they start commenting on that, well, now you've got people that are raising their hand. Now you've got people that you've just brought into your ecosystem, and you can start to build connections with them. Okay, so you get to tweak this approach, but here's what I want to say is that take action in these ways every single hour in your business. It gets easier. The more consistent you are, it's also going to help you build your self-trust. It's going to allow you to build more know, like, trust in your world, where you're visible, where you're showing up so people can find you. And it gets to be fun. It doesn't have to be so hard. Like here, I'm just having a great time today chatting with you guys. It's been 20 minutes. I've shared with you some top tips that have that have worked, that are proven. Working is a combination of work and proven, that are proven to work over time, right? I do not teach trendy tactics. I teach things that are known and proven to work over time. And what I know, the way that I built my health coaching business when I was a health coach, the way that I built my nutritional therapy practice when I was doing that, the way that I've built my business today is by focusing on relationships, connecting with people, collaborating with people, making people my priority, having conversations with people, and serving, and letting that be the basis for building and growing my business. And that is like the little black dress and the red lipstick, right? That's classic. We all come back to that. And these are the basics in your business that you need. All right, my friends, that's all I've got for you today. If you want more support, if you want my support implementing some of this so that you've got my eyes, my ears, my brain, my heart on your business, send me a DM with the words soul in it, and I will invite you to answer a couple questions to see if it might make sense for us to hop on a quick chat. I do not do slimy sales calls. I do not try to drag anybody across the finish line. What a quick clarity call is for me is so that I can hear more about where you are in your business, where are you getting stuck, what's stopping you, what is it that you actually want? And then I'll share with you some resources wherever it is that you are on what might make some sense for you to have my support. And if it's not with me, if I can't help you, I promise I will refer you to a trusted colleague to help you get what you want. But all of my conversations, my clarity calls are not to try to convince you or persuade you to work with me. If you're hearing me, if you are watching this right now, if you already know that you would like my support in implementing some of the things that I'm teaching so that you can have a heart-centered business and create six figures or multiple six figures in a way that feels really good and in alignment by making relationships your priority, that is actually what I teach you. So if you're interested in how I could support you with that, I would love to support you. Again, DM me the message soul. I'll reach out. I'll ask you a couple questions, see if it might make make sense for us to hop on a quick clarity call, which I also like to say that this is a mutual fit conversation. I may have a free resource to direct you to. There might be another video here in the Facebook group that I can guide you to. And I will also be sure to share if I can support you, if there's a way that I have something in my wheelhouse that I think would be a good fit, I'll share that with you too. All right, my friends, I hope you have an amazing Monday. Go out and enjoy this beautiful weather wherever you are. Here in North Carolina, it's sunny. I'm actually going to go pop my sweats and my sneakers and go for a walk and enjoy this beautiful day. And I hope that you do too. Okay, sending you so much love. Bye.